Also, everyone, Gina, well, you two already know each other, right?
Yes. Hi, Gina.
Yes.
How are you?
So, I mean, we're going to get this full story because how do you do real estate in Florida and then also Colorado? So, Gina, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I am actually, first and foremost, last year I became a Lola, and that is Tagalog for grandma.
Oh.
So I have a granddaughter. My baby girl is the best in the world. But with respect to real estate, I have a passion for people and for business, and I've owned hair salons since I was 18 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And then I got my real estate license, and for the last 25 years, I've been selling real estate, and I just love people and business.
That is me, and selling real estate quite successfully. But okay, here's the thing though, Gina. So I feel like I was just talking about this with my neighbors yesterday. We were going for a walk. We ran into some neighbors, and we're talking about the fact that there's such limited inventory right now. So as a realtor, that has to be just quite the challenge. How are you handling that?
Well, you know what? I have some of the best clients in the world. They're very dear friends. And a lot of them, as we get to talking, don't even realize the potential for their gain with their homes here in the market. They didn't even expect to become sellers.
Interesting.
Yeah, the pandemic has actually changed so much. You know, home office, larger homes, downsizing. Everybody's rethinking and reshuffling.
That's really interesting. And I think a lot of people too, when it comes to Zillow and Realtor.com and being on the internet a lot more over the last year, we're all couch experts, right? We're surfing. We're like, oh yeah, I know exactly what's going on with all the real estate because of Zillow and these things. So tell me a little bit more about, how working with you would be different than just surfing the web and thinking that I know what I'm doing.
Well, let me tell you, that is a buyer and seller's approach to initially start online, but the reality is we are the experts. I've got my feet on the ground, I'm in the field, I know the nuances of different history of the house or the concessions, but more importantly, I know how to win a multiple offer situation for my buyer.
Yes.
And think of it like this, if you're sick and you Google your symptoms, the reality is you're going to get frustrated. You need to go to a doctor who's been trained to diagnose and treat your symptoms. I can diagnose and treat your home needs.
That's a really good way to put it. That is fascinating. That's the best description that I've heard for that situation. That's so right. Because how many times you've been you go down that rabbit hole and then you get completely off track.
Yeah.
And talk about someone that stays on track. Okay. So I was doing a little digging because this is the first time we met each other, so I want to be prepared. You have sold in March alone $25 million worth of real estate.
Yes.
And so how do you even begin to get into that end of the market?
Well, first and foremost, it's a quick 25 years. but more than anything, I sold a $13.5 million listing of mine in Bachelor Gulch. In addition, I sold an Arrowhead home for $10.6 million. And I also have a client that I'm working with from Vail. We're actually flying down to Palm Beach this month and Naples, so we're going to get a third home for him. So what I guess I offer to my clients is I can sell the Vail Valley Mountains and the beaches in Florida because we have discovered we cannot get quality of life in one place.
That's also an excellent point. See, this is why you need Gina, you need to get in touch with her and see what the best fit is for you. And so what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
I would just say it's gina@vail.net or 970-688-0067.
I mean, Trisha, right? I feel like can we just have maybe a happy hour with Gina later today? Maybe get some tips, just have a little girls time.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That'd be great.
Maybe I'll hop in there together.
Gina.
So Realty with Gina Dizon. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me
this morning.
It's awesome to meet you.
We're gonna catch up. We're both Florida girls, so
Yes.
I'm gonna get some of those hot details. But let's send it back into the studio. Trisha, what are you up to in there? What's going on?
Well, you know what? Thank you. And we got to see some of those beautiful homes. And you know what? To be able to create memories and to be able to really launch that for people. And Gina, you got it going on because you got the cold weather location with all the skiing and snowboarding. But then when we want to escape, we can go to the beach.
I'm sorry, what was that about the beach?
Oh, well, we were so excited that you'll have the beach too. So it's the best of both worlds. Buy a house in the mountains, buy a house at the beach.
Right.
Yeah, our buyers here can afford 2 different lifestyles, and that's what I do.
Right, and you know what? So what we were just talking about also your baby's birthday, right? You're gonna be
Yes.
celebrating
Yes.
on the beach.
So we are going to be in Sarasota. I got a villa and a pool, and then after this pandemic, unfortunately, my mother's only met my granddaughter twice, but she's going to be a year old in 2 weeks, so I'm so excited.
That is so exciting. What a special time you're able to spend with your family.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you're doing things like that, you know that market just as well as you know this one.
Absolutely.
Amazing. All right, so Trisha, like 3 o'clock, does that work for you? We could just all go.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get educated on real estate so we can make happen here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, ladies. Nice to see you, Gina. And yeah, best of both worlds. You can find Gina, of course, she's with Live Sotheby's up here, but then also with Sotheby's down in Florida.